A gang of armed robbers who threatened and tied up a shopkeeper have been jailed after stealing hundreds of thousands of pounds worth of PC computer equipment. These men, Jermaine Williams, Benjamin Need, Mark Earl and Gary Newman, all took part in a raid on a tech shop in Solihull in March 2024. The men entered the business wearing masks and carrying knives. These men tied up a staff member and threatened the victim with their knives before jumping in a company van, which they filled with the stolen equipment. But sadly for the crooks, the van they stole was fitted with a tracker. Williams was caught within 10 minutes of the police being called. The remaining members of the group were identified and arrested by officers from Solihull, local police and areas investigation department. A fifth man, Patrick Cook, was not involved in the robbery itself, but was found in possession of some of the stolen PC computer parts. Williams and Need both pleaded guilty, while Newman, Earl and Cook were all convicted at trial. The group were sentenced at Birmingham Crown Court on May the 30th, 2025. Williams, 38 of Chelmsley Wood, was sentenced to 9 years behind bars. Need, 33 of Smiths Wood, was jailed for 7.5 years. Newman, 36 of Knoll, received 7 years in prison. Earl, 39 of Chelmsley Wood, was sentenced to 6 years in prison. Cook, 39 of Solihull, was jailed for 2 years, suspended for 12 months. Detective Constable Emily Fowler from the Solihull Local Police and Area said, "This was a frightening armed robbery in which a member of staff was tied up and threatened with knives. This shows the casual disregard of these men for the safety of the public. Taking these 5 dangerous individuals off the streets is a good result for everyone in the wider Solihull area." Here's some more news from the Manchester Ways. A gunman's getaway driver has been jailed after the gunman fired at the home of a rival gang leader 11 times amid a turf war. The shooter, who has never been found, blasted the house on Slade Lane in Levenshulme, Minchell Street, Crown Court heard that miraculously no one was hurt in the shooting, which targeted the home of a rival who lived with his family. Driver Jamal Khan, 24, has now been jailed for driving the gunman to and from the scene of the shooting. He then left the getaway car, which police said was a silver Peugeot 307, bought for £330, and instructed others where as to its location so could be torched, in a bid to destroy any forensic evidence. Despite the blaze, police discovered evidence which linked the car to drug dealer Khan, who was found guilty of conspiring to possess a firearm with intent and conspiring to pervert the course of justice. He has now been jailed for 7 years. 3 others were previously sentenced for their roles in setting fire to the car. Judge Recorder Andrew Long described the shooting committed in the early hours before 4 a.m. on June the 4th, 2019, as an incident between 2 rival drugs gangs in what was a turf war. Bullets hit the house and car on the drive. Police said around 10 people were believed to be in the house at the time. A stray bullet could have easily injured or killed one of them, the judge said. Greater Manchester Police said a woman in the house had to take cover as the bullets were scattered throughout the downstairs lounge. Describing Khan's role, the judge said he was responsible for purchasing, or one of the men responsible for purchasing, the car that was used to transport the gunman to the offence. His job at the appointed hour was to collect the gunman and probably one other man and transport them to the scene of the crime. Given the benefit of the doubt, he remained in the vicinity of the car while the gunman got out of the scene, a house occupied by a rival drug gang leader and his family. There was evidence of the firearm, which was an automatic weapon, which was discharged at the scene. The judge said that those behind the planning of the shooting were higher up the chain than the defendant. To that extent, the defendant was a junior man of the team. Ricardo Long said, "I reject the suggestion there was an element of compulsion." The judge said he believed Khan's involvement represented an opportunity to win his spares within the gang. Defendant Nicholas Flanagan said Khan had been using his time on remand in prison productively. Khan of Lover Road, Manchester, was found guilty after a trial of conspiring to possess a firearm with intent to cause fear of violence and conspiracy to pervert the course of justice. He pleaded guilty to 4 counts of being concerned in the supply of drugs. After the hearing, Detective Inspector Louise Kelly from the GMP's Major Incident Team said, "This conviction sends a clear message about the absolute recklessness of firearms offences. At Greater Manchester Police, we do not take firearms incidents lightly. We have worked tirelessly to combat gun crime, and we're proud to have recovered 315 viable weapons since April 2021. Please like this video, please comment, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.